Good morning. Welcome to EduSet Network. Friend, as you know, we are discussing advertising. And the last lecture, we tried to understand the copywriting for advertising. We tried to know what is the types of copywriting. There are different aspects, and we also talked about a little bit about the role of creativity in copywriting. We will continue with this creativity in copywriting or say advertising. We will try to understand its concept, a strategy, levels, and important aspects of creativity in advertising. And for discussion on this very topic, we have in studio the same resource person, Professor Bandhana Pandey. She is presently chairperson of Department of Advertising, Management and Public Relations in Guru Jambheshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar. And she is academically competent and written many books on advertising and public relations. The book on advertising name is Ethics and Law in Advertising, and the other book on public relations is Vishesikrit Jan Sampark, that is written in Hindi. And Professor Pandey is associated with many social organizations, has done a lot of work for the upliftment of masses, and in the recognition of that, she has got a number of awards like Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar Award and Pandit Devraj Sandhir Sahitya Samman by Akhil Bharatiya Sahitya Parishad. And she has also got Best Professor Award teaching advertising by the one of the national channel of the country, and she is also recipient of the Rashtriya Gaurav Award. So I think her knowledge and experience will help us to understand this topic and give insight how to use the creativity in copywriting or say in advertising for the getting better attention of any advertisement, and to make the advertising more vibrant, more attentive, more catchy. So on your behalf, I welcome her for the EduSet lecture on this very topic. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Amarendra. And now my today's topic is creativity, as Mr. Amarendra has informed you. And now I would like to start my presentation on creativity with the introduction of creativity. And with the concept of creativity, then what is creativity? Creativity is generally defined in aesthetic terms as the ability to produce useful ideas, originality, imagination, or the capacity to join two or more elements to form a new unity or purpose. This is the basic concept of creativity. Now come on the topic of what is the concept of creativity in advertising. So creativity in advertising is creativity with a purpose to achieve clients' advertising objectives. The masses created will have to sell the product, services and idea to the target audience. Next, there is a very famous saying about the creativity that if it doesn't sell, it is not a creative. Particularly in the profession of advertising, it is very famous saying and held by Benton and Boyles. Product benefits and features should be communicated to a defined target audience through a single or a combination of media in a language which helps in attaining the advertising objectives. This involves a thorough knowledge of the product, market media, target consumers, and of the communication techniques used. Stephen Barker, in his book Systematic Approach to Advertising Creativity, he talks about the pyramid principle. Pyramid principles work for the creativity in advertising, and the pyramid is divided into three equivalent parts to represent the creative process. The first part, the base of the pyramid, it represents the initiation of the creative process, that is the gathering of information. The middle part or the second phase represents analysis, that would cover a number of activities. And part 3, the upper part, it is the culmination of all effort of the brain. When an idea is born, that is a third part or upper part of the creativity. Now, just like let me explain the what is the pyramid principle, and what this visual indicates that the pyramid principle works on three levels. The first level is a information gathering, second is a analysis, and a third is an idea is born. When information will be collected to analyze the product or to analyze the better situation or the best situation for the product, then definitely a good idea, a big idea will be born for the creativity. This is the important, just like a model of the pyramid principle. Then next topic comes in the mind of the creative people, that is when matter will be analyzed and idea will be generated, then definitely there is a need of a big idea, because a common idea cannot explore the creativity for the advertising or for the good copy. So now come on the topic that the how are idea generated by the creative person. For all creative people, the idea stage is always the toughest and most rewarding. According to the Booby and Ahrens, both are a very renowned personality of the advertising profession. They express that it is the long, tedious, difficult task of assembling all the pertinent information, analyzing the problem, and searching for some verbal and visual concept of how to communicate what needs to be said. It means establishing a mental idea or picture of the advertisement, commercials, or a campaign before any copy is written or artwork begun. This process is called a visualization and conceptualization, and it is the most important step in creating the advertisement. Now come on the next topic. What is big idea? I have already mentioned that there is a need of the big idea for a creativity. So what is big idea? Big idea visualization is the creative point where the search for the big idea, that flash of insight, takes place. The big idea is a bold, creative initiative that synthesizes the purposes of the strategy, joins the product benefit with consumers' desire in a fresh, involving way, bring the subject to life, and makes the reader or the audience stop, look, and listen. Next is analysis how creative person differentiate between the analytical thinking and creative thinking. That is a very important aspect and process of the creativity. When when it is analyzed by the creative persons, definitely when analytical thinking will start, definitely it will produce only few ideas. With the collection of the information, only few ideas can be produced with the analytical thinkings. But when you are going to produce a creative thinking, definitely number of ideas will be introduced, or not only the ideas or creative idea will be introduced, even a solution of the ideas or solution of the problem also be introduced by the creative thinking. Due to that, creative thinking is very much important aspect for the copywriting and for the advertising also. Now come on the next topic, that the difference between a strategy and a big idea. Definitely both are an integral part of the copywriting and a creativity. Then what is the difference between the creative strategy and a big idea? A strategy describes the direction the message should take in creativity, while a big idea gives it life. A strategy requires deduction and a big idea requires inspiration. So the big idea in advertising is invariably a combination of art and a copy. Now come on the topics of techniques to get big idea. How a creative people will be able to get a big idea. To get their creative juices, first of all, to get their creative juices flowing, copywriters keep a tickler or swipe files of advertising they have seen and liked that might stimulate a new idea. And next is a creative person should cast their own experiences with a product or the experiences of others. That is very much valuable aspect of creativity in copywriting and in advertising also. Creative person always he should talks just like he should talk with manufacturer and customers and competitors customer also. That is very much important for the creative people, and for the copywriter competitors customers also equally important in the opinion of the copywriter. Copywriter or creative person should always study the product from a different angle. That angle is known as a creative angle. And they should review previous advertising also, study competitors' advertisements. They have to study what are they not saying in their advertisement. That is very much important. It is not important that what they are showing in their advertisement. That is important that what they are not showing in their advertisements. So this is the important aspect to create big idea in creativity or big idea for advertising. Creative person for advertising or for copywriting, he or she should examine customer testimonials also and solve the prospect's problem also. Brainstorm, that is very much important, and brainstorm some outrageous approaches. Outrageous approaches, it means such as what if airplanes flew underground. This type of hypothetical utopia or a kind of attention catching visualization or creativity should be explored in the process of creativity in copywriting or in advertising also. And copywriter or creative person should sketch buzzwords, and that is very important. That buzzwords should on paper and tape them to the walls. It is very good exercise for creativity in advertising. They should focus on a single concept expressed simply. And the next point that is very important and very just like I like personally, right from the heart. That is very looking very easy process, but it is very difficult. But there is a need of this type of process, a need of the dedication, and be emotional, be just like a concern, be just show the devotion for the product image. Then you can be able to create a good effect in copy or in advertising. A copywriter or creative person should put the subconscious mind to work to find a relevant metaphor. They should tell the truth, the unmitigated whole truth, and they should develop variation on a successful advertisement. I would like to mention here very important point, that is I feel personally that never throw any bits of paper of our creative works. Nobody knows which kind of bits of paper will be valuable and will be helpful to create an idea or a USP in your creativity or for your product and brand. Now come on the next step, that is concerned to that is very much related to creativity, that is choosing how to convey the big idea. The next step in the encoding process involves choosing the symbols, the words, pictures and sounds of the masses, deciding how they will order to best communicate the big idea. The sequence of these symbols, their harmonious arrangement is called syntax in creativity or in advertising. The arrangement of an advertisement, physical elements such as visual, text, etc. is called the format. And lastly comes the work of copywriter in creating a copy based on copywriter's pyramid. The big idea or copy is comes with this visuals. That is a very important visual, and it shows that the how creativity can make a good example of advertising. These are some these visuals just like a carry some important points, that is a describable in a simple word or phrases. There is a need of simple word or phrases for creativity. And let's prospects vividly experience the goods. Next, allows yourself to brand the advertising, resolve around the clinching benefit and likely to attract the prospect's attention. Now, then next step will start with the how our ideas shaped in creativity. There are a number of methods by which advertising agency get the big ideas. Some of these are discussed in a different types of format. First is a chance encounter, that is very much important for the creative person. Chance encounter, when a creative writer while studying the product or the brief can suddenly get an inspiration and hit upon an idea. There is the example. I would like to quote a beer company that briefed an agency for its campaign. The copywriter insisted that he wanted to see the process on the shop floor. While on the floor, he saw that before the beer was filled into bottles, each bottle was vacuum cleaned. And he hit upon the big idea. The ad campaign said, our bottles are vacuum cleaned. It was the USP of this product, and the company was the first to exploit the idea through vacuum cleaning is a process. All exploit the big idea. Though vacuum cleaning is a process all beer company routinely follow. Being the first to highlight this aspect, the campaign stood out and probably made people wonder whether other company really vacuum cleaned their bottles. So this is the example of the big idea. Big idea can come from any common incidents, any common events, and from your regular routine or daily life, from your daily life routine. Again, I would like to quote the example of the washing machine. When washing machine cloths, the process was started, the washing machine, that the cloths of washing machine live in a campaign. There he saw that the machine is washing cloths in to and fro motion, just like 1-2-1-2. That is a very famous advertisement of a washing machine. 1-2-1-2 pattern. And he hit upon the big idea. The ad campaign said 1-2-1-2, the process of moving the machine inside the, just like a washing machine, and the company was the first to exploit the idea, though it is a process all washing machines routinely follow. And being the first to highlight this aspect, this campaign also stood out and probably made people wonder whether other washing machine do the same. All washing machine work with 1-2-1-2 or with the process of this like that. So this is the chance encounter. And the next is next aspect is a competitor's advertising appeal. At times, the brand wars in the marketplace give rise to ideas that could be rejoinders to a competitor's advertisements. Just like I would like to quote the Coke advertisements, Coke the official drink. It was the punchline. It was the slogans of the Coca-Cola slogans for the Wales Cricket World Cup in 1996. It's a very good example of the competitor's advertising appeal. At once Pepsi rebuffed it with the nothing official about it. So there was that message that the Coke, the official drink, and the Pepsi rebuffed that nothing official about it. Enjoy Pepsi. Again, I would like the quote of the example of Nestle's. Nestle's introduced the mint with a hole, was countered by Beckman's with the almond no hole in the 1990s. It is a very good example of the competitors' advertising appeal. An interesting example is that of the oil companies in India. Until the early 90s, only companies in the public sector sold petrol and diesel at a price fixed by the government. All these companies generally went in for corporate or sales promotion campaigns, but never for brand advertising. Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited was the first to come out with the tagline Pure Low or Pura Low or Pure Low. It was the tagline. It means take complete, take pure, which exhorted consumers to not be cheated on quality and quantity. It was the slogan, it was the message from this advertisement. The tagline made consumers wonder whether other companies were providing them with the right quality and quantity. The slogan was later extended to others may promise pure, here is pure for sure. It was the next step of the creativity and next example of the creativity in advertising or creativity in copywriting. Next part is a brainstorming. Brainstorming is a very important part to generate big ideas in creativity. Relatively a new concept, brainstorming, was introduced in 1989 by Osborne, an advertising professional working in the advertising agency that is a BBDO, known as a BBDO worldwide. And this advertising agency is known as Batten, Barton, Dustin and Osborne has provided or started this advertising agency. According to David Kresch, a very renowned person of advertising, he expressed that importance of brainstorming in which people work on a problem that is based on your 4 basic rules. First is no idea should be criticized in brainstorming. Every idea should be welcomed by the just like a presenter or by the just like a member of the brainstorming council or brainstorming meeting. In the next step, freewheeling. Freewheeling is encouraged. The wilder and vaguer the idea, the better will be the result. Quantity is preferred. That is, the more the ideas, the greater the probability of finding the big idea. Cross-fertilization or hitchhiking is encouraged. Participants are encouraged to improve the ideas of others to form new and complex ones. For an effective brainstorming session, it is better to form a small group, not more than 8 to 10 people. It's the guidelines of the brainstorming idea. Now, brainstorming techniques have progressed with time. Analysts divide the techniques into 2 segments, namely traditional and advanced brainstorming. In a traditional brainstorming exercise, participants talk about their ideas and also build an idea raised by others. An open environment is created to help people generate ideas without inhibitions. People are encouraged to think freely and come up with new ideas and solutions. In an advanced brainstorming session, technology is used to enable work to progress in an efficient manner. Management must believe that people make things happen. Experts believe that a good idea is no better than a bad idea unless it is implemented. Now, there are some guidelines, some ground rules for a brainstorming session. When we are going to conduct a brainstorming session, definitely we should keep in mind that we should use provoking and open questions to generate immediate response in the mind of the just like a person who is going to work for the advertising and copywriting. And they should ensure that the focus does not shift from the subject matter. Involve all those who have been invited for the brainstorming session. and they should ensure that no one ridicules an idea or a person. The more the ideas, the better the outcome. And next guidelines is do not discuss an idea while the session is in progress. That it means it will create barriers in the speed or in the process of the creativity and to generate big idea. Allow people to expand on other ideas. Record the discussion and let the participant listen to the recording later. Once the initial generation of idea is complete, the brainstorming group should review and develop group related ideas to aid and to add analysis. The next step would be to deduce solution from the ideas that have been prioritized for development and implementation. Now, as brainstorming is a creative exercise, a lot of innovation is made by various players. In the context of advertising, a number of techniques are used, some of which are such as a key jump is important, save a slogan, that is also very important aspects or a kind of the techniques to create, make creative your brainstorming session. Spot the target, drawing analysis, focus group interviews and attribute listing. That is very much important from the for the brainstorming session. Now come on the topic of the once idea is shaped, the next step is to plan and develop the creative strategy. So how can a creative strategy can be developed? There are two aspects. One is a creative strategy and another is a creative tactics. Creative strategy determines what the advertising message will say or communicate, while creative tactics, it determines how the message strategy will be executed. When we are going to develop a creative strategy provides basically 4 points. First is a target audience identity. Which kind of identity you are going to produce for the target audience, what kind of basic problems that provide opportunities and issue and provide issue and opportunity in front of the consumer, and a major selling idea or key benefit also very much important. Any other supportive information also can make also can help to develop the creative strategy. Now next is a element of creative strategy, that these elements support the creative strategy and a creative plan. Usually written by the agency, creative plans is usually written by the agency account manager. A creative strategy, it is a description of an advertising campaign's overall approach and specific requirements called mandatories, which includes addresses, logo, slogans and so on. A creative strategy has a 3 components. First is a copy strategy, that is a verbal. Next is a art strategy, that is non-verbal, and third is a production strategy, that is a mechanical. So let me explain one by one. Copy strategy, it's a guidelines for what to say. Consideration that affect the choice of words and type of mediums that will carry the message. Art strategy, definitely it is a non-verbal and overall nature of the advertising graphics. It indicates if there is any visual that must appear and the mediums in which the advertisement will be present. And the next is a production mechanical. Production approach and mechanical outcomes including budget and scheduling limitations often governed by the medium involved. Any type of creativity in advertising or particularly for copywriting works on 3 levels. The first level is a copywriting level, second is a art direction level, and production is and third is a production level. Definitely all three and all are interrelated. But the copywriting level just like consists the advertising copy, to develop the advertising copy and to develop the message strategy and how to develop a copy platform. I will explain it step by step further. Art direction level includes the creative process and visual elements, how masses will be visualized and presented visually, and a specific procedure for conceptualizing the designing of the product package in the advertisement and with the creative words, or that is a copy, advertising copy, and to develop aesthetic sensitivity, just like a beauty and a appeal and the emotional bonding with the product for the consumer. The sensitivity for quality work, it includes the sensitivity for quality work. And definitely production level, it's totally mechanical with the it is totally completed by the mechanical devices with the use of computer. And the next level is just like a basic knowledge, if they are doing for the print typology, knowledge of typology and the printing process. And if work is going for the electronic and electronic media, so operation of camera, handling of camera, light effects, sound effects, special effects, that will make creative of an advertisement, and that will make effective of an advertising copy. And definitely post production. Post production is a finishing touch, and it shapes the masses or the copy in a complete form. That is just like dubbing, editing, synchronizing, mixing, and sound. These all things makes a copy of advertising effective, creative. So all these are equally important for the creativity in advertising and for making effectiveness in the advertising copy. Now come on the first of all copy strategy. Copy strategy, in the copy strategy, the copy platform outline is an important part. Copy platform outline, it includes basic problem or issue the advertising must address. And the next is advertising and communication objective should be highlighted in the copy platform outline. And who is your target audience, that should be identified properly in your copy platform outline. Major selling ideas or key benefits to communicate properly. Creative strategy statement and supporting information and requirement also an integral part, important aspects of the copy platform. Next is writing the copy platform. In developing the message strategy, the copywriter or creative director needs to create a copy platform, a document that serves as the creative team's guide for writing and producing the advertisement. The copy platform is a written strategy statement of the most important issue to be considered in the advertisement or campaign. It includes the who, why, what, where, when, how of the advertisement should be introduced. It works on the formula of the 5W and 1H. Let me explain step by step of the role of the who, why, what, when, where and how. So who is the most likely prospect for the product? The copy platform must define the prospect in terms of geographic, demographic, psychographic and or behavioristic qualities. If possible, it should describe the typical prospect personality. And why? Does just like a copywriter or creative person includes, does the consumer have specific wants or needs the advertisement should appeal to? Advertisers use two broad categories of appeals in the reference of why. The first is a rational appeal, another is a emotional appeal. In rational appeals, that is, rational appeals are directed at the consumer's practical, functional need for the product or services. And in emotional appeals, no doubt, at the consumer's psychological, social or symbolic needs. All appeals help to gain attention, create a personality for a product or service, and stimulate consumers' interest, credibility, desire and action. What includes the what products features satisfied the consumers' needs, what factors support the product claim, what is product's position, what personality or image of the product or the company can be or has been created, what perceived strengths or weakness need to be dealt with. When we come on the point of the where and when, these messages be communicated by the where and the when. And what medium will be adopted, what time of the year should be adopted, and what area of the country should be located for the advertising point of view and for the copy point of view. Finally, how should this be communicated? It includes the point how. What style, approach or tone will the campaign use, and generally what will the copy say? These point includes all these aspects of creativity. The answer to these questions help make up a copy platform. After writing the first advertisement, the copywriter should review the copy platform to see if the advertisement measures up. If it does not, the writer must start again, because all the elements of the creative strategy, verbal, non-verbal and mechanical, inevitably intertwine. They evolve simultaneously. Language affects imagery and vice versa. However, the verbal elements are usually the starting point and foundation for the most advertising campaign. Now, art strategy. Which kind of art strategy should be adopted in creativity? Or we can say that creative art director use the following strategy for creativity in copy or creativity in advertising. The first is they have to present the role of art as both a creative process and a visual elements in print, radio and television advertising and in package design. Artists include a variety of specialists who follow specific procedures for conceptualizing, designing and producing advertising materials. And to be successful, advertising people must be conversant in the commercial art terms used in the business. They must also develop an aesthetic sensitivity to be able to recognize, create, evaluate or recommend quality work. And the non-verbal aspect of an advertisement or commercial carries half the burden of encoding the message. The appearance of an advertisement often determined to great extent the way it feels to the viewers. That mood in turn flavors the message. The advertiser hopes the artistic elements will make ad understandable and believable as possible. Now, when we discuss about the creative strategy, the creative strategies vary from mediums to medium. There is a little bit variation from medium to medium. Just like if we are a creative person going to make a creativity in advertising copy or in copywriting for radio, definitely he or she should adopt a different kind of creativity. And particularly, I would like to quote that in its broadcast sense and particularly in a broadest sense, when we are discussing about the concept of creativity, the term art in just like associated automatically, and the term art refers to a system of principles that guides us in creating beauty. But mention the word art and most people immediately think of visual art, a painting or a photographs. In print advertising, particularly when we are discussing about the print advertising, such images are called the visual and usually consist of reproduction of a photographs. a computer generated image or a hand rendered illustration. However, the visual is not the only kind of art in print advertisement. In advertising, art shapes the messages and into a complete communication that appeals to the senses as well as the mind. So, art refers to the whole presentations, visual, verbal and oral of the commercial or advertisement. In short, if copy is the, I can say that if copy is the spoken or written language of an advertisement, art is the body language of any kind of advertisement. Television uses both sights and sound to attract and involve viewers. Art directors even help write radio commercials to create visual word picture in the mind of the listener. When a creative person try to create a creativity in copy, definitely they need to take the help of the production level also, because production strategy also create or make the effectiveness in creativity and make effective to the copy. And on the production level, such as just like a use of computer, that is very much popular nowadays, and without this creativity cannot be possible. So it is an essential tools to create effectiveness in the creativity of copy, or to just like portray the words which has been written in the advertising copy. And the basic knowledge of typology and the printing, the camera, light, sounds and the special effects, these will make the copy effective and creative. Post-production phases also makes creative of any kind of copy or any kind of creativity, just like dubbing, editing, mixing, synchronizing. These all makes a copy effective. There are certain basic questions related to the products and the advertising need to be asked and answered in a creative strategy, and these one should keep in mind by the creative peoples in advertising profession. First of all, how is the market segmented? Next, how will the product be positioned? And who are the best prospects for the products? Is the target audience different from the target market? Next is what is the key consumer benefit? That should be kept in mind by the creative people. If they are going to make creativity in copy, they should keep in mind that what is the product's current image in the market. Which kind of adaptation level is going by the consumers in the market? What is the product's unique advantage, and why market research for product analysis? Market research is an integral part for the creativity. Generally, it is very complex situation that common person thinks that what's the need of the market research in creativity, but definitely without researching the market, a good creativity cannot shaped. So first of all, we should study the market research. Now, because I would like to quote here that nothing changes more constantly than the consumer minds. All are dynamic, flexible, and social norms and the market environments. These all are purely dynamic and flexible, movable, and not just like permanent things. Advertisers have to keep a constant visual on these changes through a formal and informal research techniques. The account planning department is an advertising agency, keeps a constant watch on trends and gathers consumer insights not only on products and buying behavior, but also a changing social norms also. So at this point, research data is very important. Research data helps the creative team identify the best prospects, the best mediums, and the best suitable consumer appeals and product claims. That is very much important. Now, I would like to mention here that some important and the creative example of the of advertising. But when we are discussing about the creativity, as I have already told that the creative team vary from medium to medium. If there is a work of creativity in radio, definitely the nature of the creative team will be different from the print and the television. For the radio team, there is a creative team that is known as first is a voice talent, and it includes announcer, actor, and the singers. And next is a composer, and third is a musician. That also these are also associated with the creative team of radio, and third is a recording studio. These all makes an advertisement creative or a copy effective in creative point of view. Next is a print team member creatively, or creative team member for print. Electronic pre-productions members, or a technician, or a employee, art buyers, photographers, illustrators, and printers. The collective efforts of all these persons make a copy or a advertisement creative. Next is a creativity team of television. These team just like includes the agency producer, advertising agency producer, production houses, and art directors, creative directors, actors, editor, and post houses. And the collective effort of these persons and organizations make an advertisement creative, effective, and a success. Now come on the topic of the what is creative brief. A creative brief is a document that the account in charge passes on the creative team to ponder over. The making of the creative briefs takes time and effort and requires the client's input. An ideal creative brief has to work as a bridge between research and a communication strategy. When the creative activities in the field of advertising have to follow a definite process. Alex Osborne, a founder of one of the largest advertising agency, that is known as a BBDO, I have already mentioned about that, has outlined the stages of the creative process in the manner of fact finding and idea findings. Definitely there are two important points which is related to creative process. First is a fact finding. Fact finding includes problem definition and preparation. Problem definition, it means picking up and pointing out the problem, and preparation, gathering and analysis the data. Idea generation, it is also includes two points. First is idea production and idea development. Idea production, it indicates thinking up tentative ideas as possible leads, and the idea development, it is a selection from resultant idea, adding others and reprocessing by means of modification and combination, etc., etc. Creative process, David Burston has propounded a model for the creative process. There are a number of models have been propounded by the various eminent thinkers and just like an innovator of creativity in advertising. David Burston has propounded a model of creativity, and he expressed that the creative process is a double-ended funnel with a wide mouth that has been mentioned with this demographic situation. It is a double-ended funnel with a wide mouth into which all facts and just like figures are poured. They are just eventually concentrated into the proposition and or the offer to be made to the reader, listener, or viewers. That is the targeted consumer. And next, this according to Bernstein goes into the narrow central tube and emerges as the creative idea. The funnel opens up into a second mouth from which the advertising conveying the creative ideas spread out through the media to reach the target audience. The proposition, according to the author, is arrived at just like through reasons that just like a P becomes I through imagination, and the idea thus becomes an ad largely as a result of craft. Now come on the next model of the Young's creative process. Young's has propounded the four important steps of the creative process, that is immersion, digestion, incubation, illumination and verification. Immersion includes to collect raw material and data and immerse yourself in the problem. Through digestion, take the information, work it over, wrestle within your mind, and incubation, it turn the information over to the subconscious to do the work. Last is illumination, it is a phenomenon process. Verification, that it includes to study the idea, evaluate it, reshape it, or for practical usefulness. Now come on the Wallace process or creative process, Wallace model of the creative process. Wallace model divide the whole creative process in four parts. The first part is to just like a illuminate, or just first of all set the problem aside and prepare to gather the information. Then come on the illuminate, verifying and verification to refining the idea, and then illumination, seeing the solution. That is an important aspect to create effectiveness in copy, or any advertising copy should work on this model of creativity. There are some example of the creative personnel, that is the very important, this visual shows that the which kind of characteristics and feature should be adopted or by the advertising person, or who is very much creative, or which kind of personality carries a creative people in advertising. That is very much important. It looks that definitely a creative people should always unconventional, he should be abstract, less structured, less organized and intuitive. These are some characteristics of the creative people in advertising. And besides this, he or she should be skilled in the art of brain picking, and he should possess a sense of humor. He shouldn't boring. He should be ambitious. He should be passionate student of advertising, and he should be passionate for advertising profession, about its history and what works and what does not. And definitely he or she should hardworking, and he should or she should knows all there is to be known about the product. Now these some important aspect is very much important, particularly that should be covered in any kind of copywriting or any kind of creativity in advertising. The first thing is a brand image. Any creative people in advertising, or any creative people in just like a brand advertising, that should be very much careful about that. The brand image is very important aspect of any kind of advertising, and image and the personality also very important, brand name also very important, and USP definitely through the creation of words, through the visuals, through the presentation of packages, through the presentation of products placement, or a kind of the combination of colors, or domain, through the domain of colors, definitely there should be a USP, because all efforts of creativity is made or is doing for creating USP in the mind of the consumer or advertising. So these are very important aspect of the advertising. When we are discussing about the brand image, definitely there should be a kind of the to explore, to portray the brand image. Brand image, just like a David Ogilvy, he is a very renowned personality of advertising. He explained the intricacies of the creative approach. The brand image theory, in all fairness, as practically just like been identified with him in his word. He said that every advertisement should be thought of as a contribution of the complex symbol, which is the brand image. Now, brand image is the just like Ogilvy also emphasized the importance of identification of the image, especially when different brands in the same product category are basically similar. To Ogilvy, images means personality products, and products like people have personality and they can make or break them in the marketplace. So the personality of the product is an amalgam of many things. It includes the name, its packaging, its price, the style of its advertising, and above all, the nature of the product itself. Image and personality also very important. That is the image and personality as synonymous by Christian Restel made a distinction between the two. She wrote, brand image refers to rational measurement like quality, strength, flavor, and brand personality explains why people like some brand more than others, even when there is no physical difference between them. That should be analyzed on micro level for the advertising point of view. And a unique selling proposition, as I have already explained previously. Now come, there is some example, good example of creative ads in the field of advertising about the products. It shows that this is the just like a use mobile, save paper. This is very creative and message oriented also. So this idea also very good. Next is that is a Tata Tea ad. It is also very much favorite. The message is very good. This it's not looking here, but the message. This ad includes the message. That's the बड़ी पत्ती and the छोटी पत्ती. बड़े बड़े काम तो कर लिए, छोटे काम कब करेंगे जनाब. So that's the वोट डालें, वोट डालना आपका अधिकार है. Voting is your right. And the next very popular advertisement. Dirt is good. दाग अच्छे हैं. This kind of advertisements just like inform to the people about the harmony to save the childhood and to save the joy and life, and if something is bad on the cause of the good, definitely it should be promoted. That is very good advertisement. This is also a good example of the creativity. That is a Rejoice and just like Vodafone Zuzu. It's a very good new experiment in the field of advertising. Without any more copy, with the more visuals, it creates and just like a very good effect in the mind of the consumer. And the next is a very important advertisement, that is every child needs a family. This is a very creative ad. And the next is this is also a good creativity. It is a bus on the tire of the camera has been portrayed. That is, these are some example. I would like to just like show this example of the kind of a Maruti car. That is there is for the Maruti workstation. This storyboard shows that where there is nothing is there, no facility is available, but the Maruti workstation is available everywhere. These are some creative. So now I would like to conclude my presentation with these words, that only there is no rules in advertising. The only one rule is advertising, and I would like to conclude of my presentation with these words, that actually creativity is an art, and art cannot be bound. It should be just like a leaf free to generate a good and a creative idea. Definitely that should be just like every creator should be careful about the social responsibility for ethics and laws. But definitely it is a very famous saying that if the cat sat on the mat, it's not a creativity. If cat sat on the dog's mat, that's the creativity. So be careful about that. There is no foundation of creativity. Creativity should be open. Creativity should be just like a foundation free. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, well friend, in the end I would like to say just that this lecture is very good, and in last two lectures we came to know about the various aspects of copywriting and the advertising. In fact, we got to know what is the world of advertising. This lecture was really helpful not only for the student of advertising appear, but also for general public like me, who can understand now the things in a better way and more effectively we can use it. So with this word, I would like to conclude the lecture. I thank all of you for watching the lecture, and on behalf, I thank Professor Bandana Pandey
Thank
for
you.
giving
Thank you very
such an
much.
insightful lecture. Thank you very much.